Hello and welcome, my lovely fellas. It's time to bring it on. I have to say, this is a time to bring it on, and I'm smelling a good card. I'm really smelling a good card, and I'm hoping this card is at least going to be something to remember. Well, I hope so. No Wayne misses, which is good news, but I also have bad news, and the bad news for you are next. Well, the main event, the main event is an insult. The main event is a huge insult for Canadian fans, and I'm not looking forward to it. I do believe that the main event is pretty much horrible, but again, uh, but again, main event is. Main event is fine. I mean, let's say main event is fine because people's main event is fine. People's main event is going to be that amazing fight between Benil Dariush and Charles Oliveira. That is going to be our like people's main event if we ignore the fight between Irene Aldana and of course if we ignore the real fight and I'm not pleased. I'm really not pleased with what happened, and I'm really not pleased with the outcome of this card. I'm just I just have to say that I'm really angry, that I'm really pissed because UFC 289 takes place that way. That is a real insult for the Canadian fans, but that's fine. I mean, Mike Malott is fighting on the main card, Marc-Andre Barrios fighting on the main card. They should have maybe put Jasmine Jasudavicius on the main card if they listen to my recommendations. But let's grind it on. Yeah, shit card. You are right about that. Definitely shit card. Have to back you up on that one. Have to back you up on that one. A huge insult for Canadian fans, and that is true. 100% on point. Diana Belbita versus Maria Oliveira. Yeah, you are right. Fight night card, absolutely. I agree. Belbita versus Oliveira fight starts round 3, side call Oliveira. But you are absolutely right about that, Cage. This is a fight night card. Definitely a fight night card, and it's horrible card. Dvorak versus Erceg. Dvorak versus Erceg fight starts round 3. Dvorak decision. I see Dvorak winning via decision. But yeah, this is a fight night card. It's horrible. This kind of a fight card, it's pretty much horrible. One of the most horrible cards I've ever seen. For a stacked pay-per-view event, I assume many people are not going to buy pay-per-views this time because this card really sucks aside of the main event. It really sucks. Can we just roast Nasruddin Imov? He is Dagestani distant. Yeah, yeah, we can. Why not? We can do it. Yeah, we can do it. I didn't know that he is Dagestani distant. I want Chris Curtis to win, so yes, I can do that for you. Thank you for this recommendation. I didn't know that he has Dagestani distant. Yes, we can roast Nasruddin Imov. We can do it. We can do it for Chris Curtis. Why not? You're one of my best fans. I can do something for you. That is okay. Wilder to win. Wilder ETD. Wilder KO TKO round 3. Yeah, you are right. I'm okay with Fernand Lopez, his coach. His coach is amazing. But you are right. The guy has the Gestani distant. And yeah, he will probably try to grapple against Chris Curtis. Yeah, we can. I agree. Agree with that. We can roast that guy. We can roast that guy. Aori killing game on Zahabi. Aori versus Zahabi. No distance. I'm gonna go Aori KO TKO or aim on submission. Um, mm, 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 mm. Mm, yeah, that would be a nice pick for this one. Yeah, we can roast Nasruddin Imavov. That would be fine. And then we are going to go Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Miranda Maverick. Jazz versus Mav over 2.5. Jasmine decision. Jasmine to win. I know I'm not siding with Miranda Maverick. I mean, this fight will probably go the distance. Like Jasmine Jasudavicius is almost impossible to finish. Everybody knows that. She's very chinny. Curtis versus Imavov. Curtis versus Imavov over 2.5. Side call Curtis. Curtis decision. Imavov is very, very, very hard to finish. That is true. Nasruddin Imavov is extremely, extremely hard to finish, but I hope Curtis will take part in a pocket fight because Curtis really needs a pocket fight. But are we going to see a pocket fight? That's like, are we going to see a fight inside the pocket? Well, it's hard to believe that. Imamo over 2.5. Yeah, I have a feeling that fight would perfectly make sense. But I'm siding with Curtis. I'm siding with Curtis on that fight. I want Chris Curtis. I want Chris Curtis to win that fight, and I hope Chris Curtis is gonna pull that through. Yeah, I'm really hoping for that. But Curtis needs to fight inside the pocket, and Imo will probably try to drag this fight to the ground. And Curtis has angling issues. I hope he's going to. I hope he fixed his angling issue. He was having a lot of issues with angling. Then main card. Okay, if we're gonna check the main card, well, Barrio versus Anders versus Barrio. Fight starts round 3. Barrio decision. That is what I can. Short notice trick on Gabe Skulimo in MMA. Yeah, I remember that. I hope Chris Curtis will fight inside the pocket, because Chris Curtis needs a fight inside the pocket. That is the only way for Chris Curtis to win. Is he going to be able to fight inside the pocket? That is something different. Then Ige versus Nate Landwehr. Ige versus Landwehr. I am extremely unsure about this fight. Over 1.5, side call Landwehr. I'm going for a massive upset. Landwehr KO TKO. Like, I made many mistakes with Landwehr so far. Ige is chinny, I know that. I think then Ige can KO opponent. He can, but I made so many horrible calls against Nate Landwehr, and I'm actually a bit scared right now. I actually am a bit scared. So I'm fishing for impossible, but I didn't bet on this fight. Adam Fugit versus Mike Mallott. Mallott to win. Mallott TTD. Mallott round 3 or round 2 stoppage. That's what I have for that upcoming fight. I'm going with Mike Mallott. I'm actually very confident in him. You know that I bet on him. Benel Dariush to win is gonna be next call. Dariush to win. Dariush decision. I'm confident that Charles Oliveira isn't gonna submit Benel Dariush. Benel is just too well-rounded for any kind of the opponent. I just believe he can make a big prospect, big Canadian prospect. Yes, he is. He is a huge Canadian prospect, and Mallott could really make a difference in this fight. I agree with that. I agree. I actually bet on Mallott and Amanda Nunes versus Erin Aldana. Man, I want Aldana to win, so I'm gonna bet no distance. That is what I'm going to bet. Nunes versus Aldana, no distance. Side call. I don't like Nunes, but I will have to side with Nunes. Nunes ETD. I want Aldana to win. Nunes 135, good odds. Yeah, solid odds. But I will be honest, I want Aldana to win so badly. I want Aldana to win so badly. You don't even know how badly I want Aldana to win. because Aldana is a huge cat lover just like me, and we have many things in common. She's dedicated to her training sessions, workouts, etc. I want her to win so badly, not gonna lie. I'm actually pretty much sad because of it. Really, really sad because of it, and it's just hard. It's hard to expect that she is going to put Nunes to sleep. It's very, very much hard. I mean, I believe in miracles, but this would not be a miracle. This would be a double miracle, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't be looking for a miracle. I would be looking for a double miracle, and I'm really hoping that miracles can happen. For a reason, I'm hoping that miracles can happen. For a reason, I believe in miracles. And Mike Malott upstaged the UFC 289 press conference. He stole the show, and he stole the show for a reason. You know, guys, that he stole a show for a reason. I don't believe it was by accident. I believe he stole the show for a reason, and I'm hoping that Mike Malott can also steal the show inside the cage. He's got good trash talking abilities. He's got good trolling abilities. He knows to talk. Very much talkative fighter and very much a nice fighter when it comes to all aspects of the game. But I just hope he will be able to steal the show too. Like, I don't like the odds for David Dvorak versus Steven Herzog. I really don't like those odds. I really, really don't like those odds, and that would be pretty much, how to say, that is on and off for me. Pretty much on and off. And you know my bets. I released my bets on Tuesday. I just want to say I added Wilder. I added Blake Wilder. I also added Blake Wilder to win to all those predictions. Just check my article from Tuesday. I am standing by everything. Standing by everything I said. Didn't change anything after this vein. This vein was pretty much everybody were spot on. Like the second event, the second consecutive event, every single fighter is spot on, which is surprising to me because I got used to fighters having at least one vein miss or at least one, two vein misses. It was normal, but yeah, but overall, right now, this was different. This vein was different. And the vein of previous event was also different. Zero vein misses. Every fighter was spot on. We haven't seen anybody limping on the scales. I'm like, I was surprised. I'm not gonna say that I was upset, but I was surprised. Nobody was limping and on the scales. Nobody was walking hard on the scales. Nobody was having issues on the scales. Like, okay, some fighters are having a hard time walking to the scale, etc., but nobody wobbled. Nobody was, nobody was, uh, nobody was unable to get to the scale. Nobody was unable to recover. And I believe at the UFC press conference, at that ceremonial vein, that we are going to see something pretty much different. I'm hoping. I mean, fighters can dehydrate, but last two veins were spot on. Every fighter was spot on. Everybody was on point. How in earth was that? Like, I don't remember when I've seen two back-to-back events without vein misses. I don't remember that I've seen that. I'm trying to remember, but like two back-to-back events without vein misses, I don't remember when I've seen that. No, I don't remember. I'm trying to remember, but this is nice. This is going to be a nice piece of history. Yeah, like we are going to remember these names in history as two back-to-back events where there were no UFC vein misses. UFC Vegas 74 and UFC 289. Yeah, Benjo. Mm, Jasmine was a little bit dizzy, or I'm schizo. Dizzy, yes, but she was able to walk to the scales. Like, we didn't have the situation where fighter is like, shaking, where he is unable to hoop on the scales, etc. Yeah, Jasmine was a little dizzy, but her weight Surprisingly, I was a bit surprised with her weight, 125.25. Jazz is usually around 126. So she rarely, but rarely goes that under like 125.25. No, you are not schizo. No, you are not schizo. UFC parts ways with 8 fighters, including 2 after decade-long tenures. Let's see. Makvan Amerikani, Dana Badgerel, Tony Gravely, Joseph Holmes, Trevin Jones, Ilir Latifi, Munir Aziz, and Omar Morales. Whoa, so many fighters released. Look at this. Omar Morales got released. Munir Aziz got released. Ilir Latifi got released. Trevin Jones got released. Whoa, Joseph Holmes got released. Tony Gravely got released. Dana Badgerel got released. And Makvan Amerikani got released. Whoa, 8 fighters are no longer UFCs. Crossed fingers for her. I want Jasmine Jasudavicius to win too. I am with you on this bandwagon. I also want Jasmine Jasudavicius to win so badly. So I'm actually supporting your choice. I'm really hoping that Jasmine Jasudavicius is going to pull out a massive upset here. At least I can hope. I'm really hoping that Jasmine Jasudavicius is going to win. Hey, Pink-Eyed Goat, how you doing, fella? How you doing, man? Hey, actually, I met a fan yesterday when I was returning from Ahile. There is one of my fans who lives in Serbia. So actually, I met a foreign fan yesterday for the first time. MMA Raski, we actually met each other yesterday. So anybody, if you're able to follow that guy on Instagram. Give him a follow. He is doing some really, really high level edits of UFC fighters, and he needs a lot of support. So if you're available, it was actually nice. We discussed some topics, and I felt pretty much nice. Not gonna lie, it was a nice feeling. Did you meet? No. We had an arrangement. I told him to come to my MMA dojo to Ahile, and we met there. Yes, I just told him when I will be in my dojo, and he came. We met, we hung around, and he plans to join my dojo, which is, I believe, a very big success. Because I am happy because he will be training. He will be training in my dojo. It actually makes me happy. At least I will have somebody to train with when I recover. Yeah, we are collabing. Yeah, we are collabing. He is a good guy. Really is a good guy, very dedicated, and he's got really good edits on his Instagram. So if you're available, please everybody check MMA Raski on Instagram. He's really having amazing edits, and the majority of his edits are these are short edits, actually 20-25 seconds. The highlights. Thank you so much, Pink-Eyed Goat. The highlights from some fights. Like for example, he made a very fun video for Colby Covington. He really made a pretty much fun video of Colby Covington where he trolls Colby Covington and where he says why Colby is a cardio machine. Well, Colby is a cardio machine because he can like have sex for hours. I don't know how he succeeds because every normal person is going to be flatlined or it's going to be tired after half an hour of sex if it's high intense, but Colby can do it for hours. So that is that is a part of the game for Colby Covington. I think Vettori wins easily. Marvin Vettori? Yeah. I'm actually backing up Marvin Vettori, and Marvin Vettori liked MMA Raski's post on Instagram, so it seems Vettori is a nice guy. It seems Vettori is pretty much a fan-friendly guy. That was, let's say, that was an upset for me. That was a surprising upset for me. I'm just saying. I didn't know that Vettori is a fan-friendly guy. Marvin Vettori is fan-friendly. Chris Curtis is fan-friendly. Vyacheslav Borshev is fan-friendly. They say also that Mike Mellott checks posts. They are saying that who else is checking? Who else? They say Eric Anders is pretty much fan friendly. But Vyacheslav Borshev, I made a video about him, and believe it or not, he responded to me on Instagram after 2 months. He saw the video. He was watching the video, and he saw the video. I was thinking that he was gonna get angry, but I made a video because I was very angry when Vyacheslav Borshev lost because of his bad takedown defense, and I was very furious. And I was just hoping that he wasn't gonna get angry. Yeah, he reached out to me on Instagram. Do you think 3 rounder favors Charles Oliveira considering his aggressive style? Maybe, but the problem is the fact that he won't be able to drag Benel Dariush to the ground. If Oliveira wants to do something, he needs to drag that fight to the ground. Dragging Benel Dariush to the ground is very, very hard. I mean, yeah, 3 rounder could be advantage for Oliveira, but if and only if he's able to take his opponent down. Yes, Cage, only if he's able to take his opponent down. Can he take his opponent down? Do you have bets tomorrow? Yes. Hello, Daddy Shot. I'm actually going to send you a video right now. I actually added Blake Bilder to those bets, so I'm sending you a video right now. You can see the bets. Just scroll and just add Blake Balder to that. Just 1 second. I'm sending you a video right now. Just scroll the chat and you will see my bets. There you go. And I changed my mind about Blake Bilder and I added Blake Bilder. So just scroll the chat. You have timestamps. It's very easy. I sent you a video. Hello, Daddy Shot. I sent you a video. So it's pretty much easy to see my bets, and I wish you good luck. Wish you good luck, fellas. I hope last event I lost a lot of money, but I hope this event. Last event was disaster actually for me, but I bettered Cody Saftik. I knocked out Cody Saftik. Yeah, I hope, my friend. Yeah, I hope. I lost a lot last event too. Nice. Oh, thank you. You can see my bets and add Blake Bowder. I was all out of 3, man. K-Kara friends got robbed. I beat Cody Saftik. I had 8.25 points. He had 6 points. Just check Ark Uncivilized. Ark Uncivilized made the tournament. So I destroyed Cody Saftik, who was the favorite #1 to win the title. And imagine, like, a guy has whole network behind him. He's got tons of sponsors. He's paying tons of people to work for him. And what happens? A Bulgarian villain knocks him out cold. Can you believe it? A Bulgarian village boy knocks him out cold. Hey man, I was born in Kustendil, a city with 30,000, with a population of 30,000. Like, okay, maybe 60,000 with all the villages. But man, I was born in Kustendil, and you grew up in Canada. You grew up in elite state, and you were smoked out by the Bulgarian village boy, by the Bulgarian villain. I mean, shame on you, Cody. Shame on you. You're such a star and you got smoked by a Bulgarian villain. You got the whole network behind you, man. Got tons of sponsors. I only have one sponsor. That is all I have. I only have one sponsor. And I smoked you out, man. I smoked you out badly. Yeah, man, I smoked you out badly. How in earth was that? How in earth was that, Cody Saftik? The Canadian guy, the most popular Canadian guy, got smoked by the Bulgarian villain. The Bulgarian villain with a hat smoked out the legend of the tournament. You can see the results on my Instagram, fellas. I mean, how not was that? What are people gonna say now? Like you got whole media network behind you and you got smoked, man. They should fire him and employ you instead. Yeah, they should. They should. Like you're losing to a guy who is how to say, Cody Septic is this high and I'm here. Literally, Cody Septic is this high. Okay, maybe he's not higher than Guru, but they are around, man. He's the most famous in Canada. That guy is the most famous in Canada and one of the most famous guys in America. And right now, winds are changing. Down Cody goes. Yeah, they should employ me instead of that guy. I mean, you got so many sponsors, man, but since you got married, it seems your picks are pretty much off the rails. And it seems I'm doing a great job. I'm really doing a great job, man. Listen, even if I lose the next round of the tournament, I'm my opponent is a true analyst Wayne Gaethje, and he's a very good opponent. Even if I lose that round, I don't care because I smoked out the master. Yeah, I smoked out the master. I have a feeling that somebody wanted me out in the first round. But sorry, guys, I'm not out. I'm not out. A guy with a hat is still here, as well as you can see. I'm still here. I'm not out of the tournament. Not yet. Maybe some other day I will be out of the tournament, but not yet. The favorite number one was unable to kick me out. It's the favorite number one. I'm not a favorite number one, nor I'll ever be favorite number one, but I'm feeling so glad, man. You don't even know how well I feel because I smoked out the first star. It's such a great feeling. I'm feeling so pleased, so impressed. I'm happy, so happy. Everything is on point now. People are going to see that this guy is not better to me. He is not better than me. At least I can dick all day. Yeah, at least I can dick all day that I smoked him out. But at the end of the day, I believe the guy was overrated. He was heavily overrated, and I'm just having a feeling that this guy, the Bulgarian Cowboys, may pick to move forward against a strong opponent in Wayne Gaethje. Wayne Gaethje is a heck of the opponent, man. He defeated Burt MMA, so we mustn't underestimate him. No, like many people are saying it's a pick and fight, but some people are putting me as a favorite, and I'm not impressed by that. I don't like when I'm a favorite. Honestly, I actually hate when I'm a favorite. I actually don't like when I'm a favorite, but I hope I will win. I'm really hoping that I'm going to win, and I'm really hoping that I'm going to do a great job. I mean, hope is the last to die, and of course, yeah. I'm so glad that many people are picking me to win the fight. It's impressive. It's very much impressive to me in the first place. It's very much impressive. But again, at the end of the day, if people believe in me that much, I'll try not to disappoint them. I'll really try not to disappoint them, and I'm really hoping that people are going to be that people are not going to get disappointed with that because I'm hoping, guys. I want to advance into the next round, but again, I would like to tell you that I'm gonna smoke that guy out, but Wayne Gaethje is tough. Vengic is tough. I mustn't talk too much. I don't want to talk too much because it would be like it would be a bit hard, guys. Why did you pick Nate to win? I picked Nate Landwehr to win. I will be honest. I had 2 wrong picks about Nate. In the past, I picked 2 times against Nate, and I don't want to make a third mistake. That's the only reason. I think Iggy is favorite for a reason, but I picked 2 times against Nate in the past, and Nate won both times. So that's why I picked Nate. Do you have Zahabi or Aori? I have fight not going the distance. If I must pick a side, I'm going to go with Aori, but don't listen to me about that fight. I see Aori via KO TKO if I must go, but also Zahabi submission is a big, big possibility. I'm just saying, fellas. Just saying. Just saying anything can happen, and I'm just saying we are going to see something really, really tricky in that fight. That is the trickiest fight to call on the whole card. At least I believe this is the trickiest fight to call. I made a big mistake with Nate the Train Landwehr in the past, and I'm actually scared of making another mistake. Nate the Train, to me, Damon Jackson looked like he was on death's door during the last weight cut. I know, but then Iggy looked normal. Nate Landwehr, that guy is brutal, man. That guy, Nate Landwehr, is brutal. He's a real beast. Like, that guy is heavily underrated. I'm talking about Nate Landwehr. That guy is heavily, heavily underrated, and I'm having a feeling that Nate Landwehr could actually pull this out. I know the majority of people might actually disagree, which is okay, because Iggy is a favorite for a reason. I can understand that, and I'm not downgrading your choices. I don't want you to think wrong, etc. I'm picking Nate. Then Iggy knocked out fellow Newfoundlander Gavin Tucker. It was a painful loss. I know, he's from your state. I know. I would also be angry if somebody defeated Ivanov. You remember how angry I was at Augusto Sakai. Tomorrow we are going to roast Nasruddin Imavov. Yeah, I have to pick one fighter to roast, and I've completely forgot that Nasruddin Imavov has Dagestani roots. And also, Nasruddin Imavov is a nice guy. His coach is very nice. But I must roast him because of his community, because of his fans. He's got a lot of Dagestani fans. And Dagestani fans are definitely going to support Nasruddin Imavov in the fight against Chris Curtis. I said Chris Curtis responded to my early prediction. He said that he is not going to disappoint me. I just hope Curtis is going to fight inside the pocket. Curtis needs to fight inside the pocket if he wants to win the fight. Is he gonna fight inside the pocket? I don't know. That's $1 million question, my dear lads. That really is $1 million question. I want Chris Curtis to fight inside the pocket, and I want Chris Curtis to keep the fight standing. Again, Nasruddin Imavov is a long-range fighter, a sniper, a powerful guy, and his power is untouchable. If Imavov loses with the rich height and being younger, I will not mind you roasting him. Chris Curtis, I like his fighting. He has proved me wrong many times. I know. Do you remember when Guru when Guru got angry? Chris Curtis is the dog shit, but he won the fight. Do you remember that? When he had a bet against Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis attacking again and again and again. No! Fuck it! Fuck it! Chris Curtis is a dog shit, but he won the fight. Josh Taylor versus Lopez. Hard to call, but I would go Taylor. But very much hard to call. I miss Guru Scope. Well, he will probably argue again against Chris Curtis. For some reason, Guru doesn't like Curtis. For some reason, Guru can't stand him. I don't know why, but he is always roasting Chris Curtis. But when Chris Curtis responded, Man, at least show me some respect. It was funny when Chris Curtis responded, "Man, at least show me some respect." It was so funny, man. But I was thinking it was some kind of a troll, but it was really Chris Curtis. It really was Chris Curtis, man. Chris Curtis got angry at Guru. But let's be honest, Guru went too far with that roasting. That roasting really went too far, and man, Guru was angry. The Leon Edwards impressions before he won the title were great, and now that Leon has won, there's hopefully no hard feelings. Yeah, no hard feelings. Yeah, Leon Edwards impressions. Hey mom! Hey mom! How are you, mom? I just want to tell you, I won the title. Yeah, I told you I was gonna win the title. Mom, I told you I was gonna win the title. Hey mom! I remember that talk. That talk when he was talking, was it like WhatsApp, Viber, or whatever? When he finished the fight, when he said, "Hey, mom, I won the fight." I remember that. It was the first person he called. He called his mom first and to announce great news. I remember that. That is the only Leon Edwards impression that I know. Dana White said I was gonna get a title shot after I win my next fight, and it went on for a while before he ever got the shot. Leon Edwards didn't fight actually. The majority of his fights were cancelled, and he was a bit unlucky. You know how hard it is to keep the shape all that time, and also against Belal Muhammad, he was unlucky because of that eye poke. Yeah, the eye poke pretty much ruined his career. I wasn't thinking that he was gonna recover after that eye poke, but miraculously he recovered. By some miracle he recovered, and I have to say that I pretty much headshot that Amar Usman got head kicked, and he was losing that fight. Surprisingly, Leon Edwards was losing that fight. Aside from everything, Novak Djokovic was great today. He defeated Alcaraz. That is amazing. I didn't watch that tennis match, but I'm so glad he won. I'm so glad he won and defeated Alcaraz. Novak Djokovic has always been a legend in Serbia, and we will always be supporting him. His fans are always going to support him, and I'm so glad because Novak Djokovic won. I'm very, very glad because he won. I'm a fan of his. I'm a fan of Novak Djokovic, and I'm very glad because he won. That is the only thing I can say right now. I am glad, not gonna lie. I'm feeling happy because that Alcaraz is tough opponent. Alcaraz is a very, very tough opponent to deal with, and I am very glad because Djokovic won. That is the only thing I can say right now. I am happy. There is a guy from nearby who fights in Fight League Atlantic. He's now 1-0. His first fight, he got a KO similar to that. Sam Reno. Sam Reno. Let me check. Sam Reno. Oh, yeah, Sam Reno. He is fighting out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Colby Livingston, head kick. Oh, it's some amateur promotion, I assume. Fight League Atlantic, out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Nice. Really much nice. This is nice, man. It's so nice to have a fighter out of your area. So he head kicked his opponent to sleep. That is nice. It's always nice to win via head kick. I'm always happy to see a head kick victory. It always brings up the hype. Yes, they do amateur and pro fights. It's a fairly new league, it seems. Well, it seems he smoked out his opponent pretty much easily, like 56 seconds into the kick. Like 56 seconds is a very quick finish, and I assume that finish. I assume it was an explosive finish. Yeah, I hope it was an explosive finish, and I do believe I do believe he did a great job, and I'm really hoping he really, really did a great job with that. I'm so glad because of that league, man. I'm actually very, very glad because it came to fruition, because it happened that way, and I'm hoping it will be amazing. I'm really, really, really hoping. If you watch some of the recent fights, you will recognize the voice in the commentary. Okay, I will. I will take a look. That voice in the commentary. That would be amazing. Like amazing. I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna take a look at that. When I have time, when I finish the stream, I'm going to take a look. Nova Scotia's newest mixed martial arts promotion. Canadian MMA. Oh, that is amazing, man. Canadian MMA. Let me see fighter info. Nova Scotia. Bro, I remember picking Ferguson over Oliveira. What's a bad, unexperienced prediction you had? Uh, yeah. You remember that? Yeah, yeah. You have a good memory. How are you doing, Matt? Do you have some unexpected predictions this time? No, really. Do you have some upsets on your bookie? Do you have some upsets right now? You are the only guy who picked Grasso to win via submission. No, really, you are the only guy who picked Grasso to win via submission. So that's why I'm asking. Like your upsets are pretty much many times your upsets were on point. Maybe you just have a feeling for the upsets. Bad unexperienced prediction I had. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Picking Curtis over Hermanson, I assume. I picked Curtis to beat Hermanson in the stand-up, and Hermanson beat Curtis in stand-up. I would bet Aldana after round 1 Nunes should KO her by then, no. So you plan to bet on Aldana, right? I want Aldana to win so badly, man, but my prediction for that fight is no distance. Nunes is very dangerous in the first 2 rounds. My unexperienced bet prediction was Chris Curtis to defeat Jack Hermanson. If she survives the first bet, Aldana for sure. Yeah, she just needs to survive the first round. I mean, it isn't sounding like a difficult task, isn't it? It doesn't sound like a very difficult task to me. But it actually is. It's a nightmare task. If you're asking me, it's a nightmare task, but just survive. I know, man. Just survive. That is all you should do. Just survive. It sounds easy, but it's actually very hard. It's actually very, very hard to survive so many rounds. Like even 5 minutes against Amanda Nunes is like you're fighting a bull in the cage. Literally, like you're fighting a bull inside the corrida ring. I'm looking forward to the Nate the Train promo if he wins. Let's go. They have Mallet round 1 KO plus 500. Too easy, bro. I think Fujit could actually survive, but I also like Mallet to win in Mike Mallet to win in round 1. I also like that. Can't say it's easy, but it's a nice piece of play, really. It is a very, very experienced pick, if you're asking me. Actually, that could work, man. Plus 500. That's a great odd. Not a great. That's an amazing odd, my friend. Holy cow, you're right, man. I actually bet on Mallet. But I only bet on Mallet to win straight. You've seen that I put Mallet as the dark horse for this event, so you probably know why I placed Mallet Devil's Horns. It means he is my dark horse for this event. I'm starting to be, I'm trying to be as creative as I can, and I'm really trying to sound at least a bit different, etc. So Mike Mallet to me is like a dark horse of the division. He could submit him, but I like trust his power. I don't know. Mike Mallet is well rounded. If you're asking me, Mike Mallet is very well rounded. So I see Mike Mallet as a very, very well-rounded fighter with equal probability of KO, TKO, or a submission. On the other side, Fugit is okay on the ground. He has decent submission defense, and unless Mallet rocks him first very badly, I doubt Fugit is going to tap. So like Mallet KO, TKO sounds more probable to me at this point. Like at this point, Mallet KO, TKO very much sounds more probable to me. I picked Fuji to beat the Asian prospect last time. Fugit is not easy opponent to deal with, but I think Mallet is just too much of a prospect. Interesting matchup. Fugit has been better than expected since coming into the UFC, in my opinion. Yeah, Fugit is not an easy guy to deal with, but I see Mallet winning. Like, let's be honest, guys, Mallet is the greatest Canadian prospect at the moment. Some people even compare him to GSP. I mean, when I'm talking about the potential, some people compare him to GSP. Of course, GSP will be the best Quebec-born fighter forever, but like Marc-Andre Barrios is not even close. But I'm just saying there is a solid chance of George St. Pierre. Like Mike Mallet actually can become the champ. Not in the near future, but in like 2-3 years. It's very likely if he starts winning. It's just a matter of time if he's going to keep winning. I respect him a lot for coming down to Philly to grapple with Trevin Giles. Absolutely, man. I think Mallet is a nice guy. And I really think the guy is a heck of a prospect, and I'm hoping that prospect is going to make some noise. I'm really, really hoping that prospect is going to make some noise. I'm just hoping. Man, If Malott wins 2 or 3 more fights via stoppages, he might get into title contention. I mean, let's be honest, that division is stacked, but not super stacked. Like it's not super stacked. Blagoy, I think if Malott wins tomorrow, he surpasses GSP. Hey, JJR7. Blagoy is fine to me. I like that moniker. We'll see. We'll see. I just think Malott has a championship potential. Yes, he is the best prospect at the moment. Maybe it's a bit too early to call that, but let's see in 2-3 years whether Cowboy is going to be right or not. I had a smell for Jiri Prochazka. When I said Prochazka was going to be the champ, people were having doubts. And they were having doubts for a reason. Prochazka was only fighting Rising and some, let's say, fair rank promotions, but he has never competed in UFC. And now, when he competed in UFC, when he won the UFC belt, when he was tested 64 times in 2022, I don't know, maybe he slept with Jeff Nowitzki's wife. I don't know, that is my theory. I'm just saying, how? He won, he became the champ. I have a good prospect eye, and I have a feeling for Mike Malott. I really have a feeling that Mike Malott is going to make some noise. So if you're asking me, I have a good feeling about Mike Malott. But again, having a feeling doesn't mean that it is actually going to happen. But let's go, man. Let's hope Mike Malott does it tomorrow. Also, I have a feeling that Jasmine Joseph is very much underrated. Very, very underrated. I think underway Malott versus Fugit ends round 1 because Malott lost to Hakim in the first. I know, but he was having a horrible strategy in that one. Like against Hakim, let's be honest, he was having the most horrible strategy I've ever seen. He had zero strategy in that fight, Matt. What do you think about Islam being champion for a long time like Adesanya? Who can beat him in near future in lightweight? Volkanovski. They need to repeat that match because I still believe Volkanovski won. So Volkanovski would be the toughest match for Makachev. Do you think Malott will lose to Adam Fugit? No, I actually bet on Malott. I think Volkanovski is actually the greatest challenge to Makachev, and aside of him, I think Benel Dariush could give him a good fight if he beats Oliveira tomorrow. I think Benel Dariush would be a good fight. Malott, ETD, KO, TKO, ETD. I just don't think Adam Fugit is easy to submit, so I would go Malott, KO, TKO. I just bet on Malott straight. I hope it's gonna be a straight win for Malott. Jasmine Joseph fight could go the distance. I'm picking Oliveira 1000%, but damn, Dariush takedown defense solid. Listen, if Oliveira is able to take the fight to the ground, he is going to win. Can he take Dariush to the ground? Hardly. Just saying hardly. Oliveira is a nice underdog though, so if you need an underdog pick, I'm definitely siding with like, if you need an underdog desperately, like plus 125 is a nice odd. You can always push your luck. Yeah, you can always test your luck. Like, you never know what is going to happen in that fight. Literally, you can never know. I'm just having a good feeling about that fight, that's all. Both fighters are tricky, it's 50-50, but my pick is Benel. I think Benel will win via some kind of a decision. Unless Oliveira submits him, but hardly. I want Oliveira to win by unanimous decision for the title shot secured. Unfortunately, if Oliveira wins, I doubt he's going to beat Makhachev. The only guys who can beat Makhachev, according to my mind, are Volkanovski or Dariush at the moment. I don't want Makhachev to be a long reign champ, a long time champ. I just don't want that. You know that I'm not a fan of Dagestani privilege. I've never been a fan of Dagestani privilege, especially in this circus. Really never been a fan of Dagestani privilege. I don't want Dagestani guy for a champion. No, I don't. Because that privilege sucks, let's be honest. That privilege is pretty much annoying. It pretty much sucks. Like, they're pushing Iskero versus Chimaev, but why are they doing that? I'm just saying why, man. Like Iskero versus Chimaev. I mean, they already fought once. What is the UFC trying to make? Like, I don't want Dagestani guy as a champion. And yes, tomorrow we are going to roast Nasruddin Imavov. Yeah, we are going to roast him tomorrow. Have you seen DC comments on Jim Miller? On Jim Miller possibly entering Hall of Fame? No, what did he say? Yeah, Jim Miller should enter the Hall of Fame. He should definitely enter the Hall of Fame. The guy is an experienced vet, etc. No, what did DC wrote? I really got no idea. What did he wrote? I think so too, Cowboy. DC seems to think otherwise. Well, of course he thinks otherwise because he's a fat fuck. He's a fat fuck who's not competing anymore. And of course he thinks otherwise. So who is legend? Him? Joe Rogan? Brock Roy did Lesnar? Judavichus. Imagine every division ending up with a Dagestani champ. It would be end of UFC. Of course, man. It would have been Dagestani privilege, Dagestani bias, Dagestani privilege, Dagestani bias. I'm just hoping Tagir Ulanbekov gonna get smoked soon. I want every single Dagestani to get smoked, aside of Umar and Usman. They are entertaining. They are entertaining to watch. But aside of them, I want all of them to lose. I can't stand them, man. Like I want aside of the two of them and Zabit, and Ankalaev is fine. But others, no. Just no. It would be the end of the UFC. Like Dagestani privilege, Dagestani privilege. I mean, come on. I'm sick of them. Really, I'm sick of them. I mean, there are fighters from other areas of the world. There are tons of other areas in the world. But that Dagestani privilege, I'm sick of it, man. I'm really sick and tired of Dagestani privilege. I'm honest. I'm honest. Would you like to see Dagestani privilege anymore? I don't want to see it. I'm sick of it, man. I want to puke every time I see a Dagestani champ. All of their fans, their fans are pretty much, their fans are high. No, really, their fans are high. As soon as they lose the argument, you are talking against my religion. We are going to destroy you. We are going to kill you. Well, do it already. What are you waiting for? Do it already. But I'm not going to send you invitation letters. I don't give a fuck because your stupid state is under sanctions. Are you picking Maria or Belbita? I don't know any other Romanians besides her and Romanov. Romanov is Moldovan, not Romanian, and I know Nicolae Negumereanu. Belbita is pretty much tricky fighter, but I'm gonna go with Oliveira. Give me milk. Oh yeah, give me milk. That is fine. Predictions: Ludovic Klein versus Ignacio Bahamondes. I released a video. I think this fight will not go the distance, but like side pick is hard. I would like to see Klein winning, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard. Bahamondes is a long-range fighter, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be hard. But scroll through my playlist, and and you will see. One of my latest videos is Ignacio Bahamondes versus Ludovic Klein. I'm actually hoping, but if Klein wants to win, he needs to fight inside the pocket. It is not going to be easy for him. Against Bahamondes is constantly backpedaling and trying to fight long range. Klein needs to fight inside the pocket, which is a bit hard against a guy like Bahamondes. He is 6'3", very long. Yeah, you are right, pink-eyed goat. Give me milk. Give me money. I need money for my baby's milk. Well, I don't give a damn, man. I don't give a damn about you. I don't give a damn about your families. And I don't give a damn about your kiddos. Did somebody make you to make a kid? No. Did somebody make you? Did you have a choice? You had. Did you choose? Did you choose to make a kid? Yeah. So it's your obligation, not mine. It's your obligation. Hello, drunk you. Goat milk. No, we are talking about Dagestani trolls who were hooping in my chat and begging for money for their kids' milk. Just give me money. I need money for my kids' milk, for my baby's milk. Well, your kid is not my problem. You're not going to get money. No, you're not. No. Crisscrossed. Crisscrossed. No. No money from me. No money from the Bulgarian cowboy to the Dagestanis. Give all money to Moicano. Moicano is something different. But actually, it seems nobody can make an accurate impression on Moicano. By the way, have you seen Moicano getting angry over the MMA guru's comments and impressions? Moicano was talking about the MMA guru. It was funny. Did you see Marlon Moraes get retired? It was a normal decision for Marlon Moraes. Yes, I've seen, but he took too much damage, and after that fight against Merab, he has never been the same. Every single strike now every single strike can give him a hard time. I just think it was a reasonable call by Marlon Moraes. I really believe it was a reasonable call for Marlon Moraes. I'm having a feeling Marlon Moraes made the right call with that kind of retirement. I just believe he made the right call. I didn't even know the 10-0 guy and still picked him by KO. You didn't know? Well, it was obvious that Marlon Moraes was gonna lose. It was very obvious that Marlon Moraes was gonna lose. It was very, very obvious in the first place that Marlon Moraes was gonna lose. I knew that was gonna happen sooner or later. I really much knew that was gonna happen. Marlon Moraes took too much damage. Throughout his career, he took too much damage, and when you take that much damage, no, it's a problem. It's always a problem. Moraes almost beat Cejudo in the first round. Yeah, well said. Almost. Well said, man. Almost. Really well said. That was amazingly said. Almost. He came very close to beating him. Did you see main event Longhorn Kid got KO'd? That was a massive upset. Yeah, I've seen. I had no distance for that fight, but Marko Bojkovic would be amazing to fight in UFC. I just hope he's going to reach the contender soon. So close to the title after that all losses. So close, but yeah, I think he was the only underdog to win on that card. Yeah, the only one. Like PFL is usually stacked with underdog wins, but this time we didn't have many underdog wins. I don't have the AZN, so I didn't follow PFL, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that PFL was pretty much. Just saying that PFL was pretty much. Many picks were on point. That was a surprising to me. I know PFL as a promotion known for the upsets. I know PFL as a promotion known for the upsets, but this time everything came straight. It was such a big surprise. To me, at least in the first place, it was such a big surprise. What do you think on Leron Murphy? Can he come in top 10? Yeah. I think he's a good prospect, but I didn't like the fact that Leron Murphy got a robbery victory over Leron Santos. I really didn't enjoy that. I really didn't enjoy that victory because I think that victory was not well deserved. I believed it was undeserved victory. Nah, today I didn't have time. I'm opening construction company and like I'm overwhelmed with the goddamn papers. Like in Serbia, when you want to open a company, it's, believe me, extremely hard. That one guy's knee explodes too. Yeah, next week hope to have more time to learn OBS, but this last 2 days, so many obligations. One thing about the Dagestani Chechens, you can't expect any honor from them. Their honor had no value. Of course, it doesn't have value. It has zero value. Of course, they are not honorable people. They only want your money. They only want your resources, and they are going to sit and drink beer. You know, they are. Then they are going to take your money and sit and drink beer, and they are going to say, oh, we are very religious, and then they are going to sit and drink beer or some kind of alcohol. They're like, to me, zero humans. Google told me Chechnya is on both sides of the Ukrainian and Russian war. Any knowledge on this? No, I was thinking Chechnya is on the side of Russian leader. I was thinking, but not sure. I know that the leader of Chechnya, Kadyrov, is supporting Putin. That is what I know. But I don't know, man. Maybe people is divided. I really don't know. Maybe people are divided. That is also possible. There is also a possibility that people is not supporting Putin, and God bless to everybody who doesn't support Putin because that guy is delusional. He really needs to, you know. Do you think Khabib hate Hamzat and those Kadyrov guys? Nah, I don't think they hate each other. No, I think they're the same. Like both those Dagestan, Chechnya. No, I think they're cooperating. Can't stand them actually. I actually can't stand neither of them. Interesting times in countries that do not always make the mainstream news. I know. Well, in Russia, you know who controls the media. The Russian leader controls the media. So like it's not the America, like God bless America, where you have the freedom of speech in majority of cases. Because Abu Bakr and Hamzat had beef on UFC Abu Dhabi. Well, there is a chance they don't like each other. There is always a chance. There is always a chance. But to me, both of these, like Dagestan, Chechnya, to me, they're all the same. These are people without honor. You know, these are people without honor. They are, for example, they are going to beg for your money, and then they are going to sit and drink beer. Like they are going to say, "I need money for this, I need money for that," and then they are going to sit, drink beer, and talk jokes about, "Oh, look at this dumb guy. we screwed him over, we are enjoying in doing nothing, this guy is stupid. These are them. During the war with Russia, a lot of Chechen hid in Dagestan. I didn't know about that. Didn't know about that fact. I know there were two Chechnya wars, I believe. There were two wars, independence wars in Chechnya. But yeah, many of them were hiding. Yeah, I've heard that, but it's not confirmed. But to me, I'm telling you, these are like same population, same like. To me, these are same people, literally. They cooperate. You rather Aldana or Belbita? Aldana because she's cat lover. Yes, of course they cooperate. I agree with you, Pedro Q. They cooperate. That is 100% spot on. They cooperate. I agree that they do cooperate. Like, it's story for the news, it's story for the outlets, but they cooperate massively. Just saying, just telling. Yes, they do cooperate. They think everybody is stupid, and their media talk is. They have extremely shitty media talk. They are supporting each other, etc. But so far, I can't. I can't support them. I never will. Who do you think will win TUF 31, 135, and 155? I actually think you're not gonna like it, but I think Roosevelt Roberts is a great candidate to win. And I hate to say this. I really hate to say this, but I see Timur Valiev as a good contender too. Yeah, it sucks, isn't it? I just want Valiev to get smoked, man. Yadong versus Yan. Um, I think I would go with Petr Yan unless he gets robbed. I would go with Petr Yan in that fight. I have a feeling that Petr Yan could actually win in a long fight, like especially if it's a 5 rounder. If it's 3 rounder, anything can happen. Like Song Yadong is also a cardio machine. My favorite matchup on this card is Benil Dariush versus Charles Oliveira. But if you're asking me about favorite matchup, favorite upcoming matchup, that is going to be the fight between Poirier and Gaethje. What fight do you think will make someone a star tomorrow? They need an Oliveira versus Chandler comeback. What fight will make someone a star tomorrow? Star. Well, for me, the co-main event is the people's main event. So both of these guys are already stars, but I think Dariush is going to win. I don't see like Amanda Nunes is a star. Maybe if Aldana pulls out an upset, she can become a star. Mike Malott is the greatest prospect at the moment. He can't be a star, no way. Other fights don't have star power. Yes, Valiev is good. I'm curious how the weight cut play out. For his first fight after things got shuffled around the last episode. I know. Fighters are living together. They have to go through everything together, and that is hard. Is Landwehr a star already, or can he get a comeback KO and blow up? Well, he needs to blow up. Landwehr is not a star yet. Then Ige, to some point, could be a star. But if Landwehr wins tomorrow, yes, he might become a star. If he wins Dan Ige by KO TKO, he could become a star. Yeah, I completely forgot that he's fighting Dan Ige, a very well ranked Dan Ige. So yeah, I'm hoping. Ige never been slapped. Yes, I know Ige has never been slapped. I have inside info that Ige had problems versus Moin Razabov in the stand-up before 5 years. I didn't know about that fact, but thanks for sharing it. Ige has never been slapped. Yeah, he has never been slapped, I know. I know Ige has granite chin, but granite chin has to explode sooner or later. If Nate Landwehr wants to become a star, he will need a KO win. With a KO win, he could become a star. Then Ige has that Hawaiian chin. He has that Hawaiian chin, just like Max Holloway. Will you planning to make Fight Companion for UFC 289? I am doing Fight Companion, yes. I will be going live. I'm going live for every single UFC event. I'm probably gonna sleep before the event as it starts at 1 a.m. And of course, I will be roasting Nasruddin Imavov. Yeah, we have an agreement. We are roasting Nasruddin Imavov tomorrow. Holloway has been subbed though, so maybe Kenny. Yeah, Holloway has been subbed. That is true. Holloway has been subbed. But I'm just talking about Holloway in some of his last fights. Like, he's very hard to finish. He can take a beating for like 3, 4, 5 rounds and he's still staying on his feet. I don't know, man. Holloway ate so many shots to the head and he's still in the game. It's true that he is still in the game, yeah. I agree with that. He is still in the game. Alright, guys. I need to rest now. And tomorrow I'm making Fight Companion, as well as you know. Fight Companion gonna be amazing tomorrow, gonna be nice, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. So tomorrow, Fight Companion, you can expect one. You can expect the show. You can expect it's going to be a great fight card. I mean, great fight card. Let's be honest, this is a fight night card for me, fight night power. But okay, this is a pay-per-view. We are going to enjoy. We are hosting Nasruddin Imov tomorrow, and off we go. Okay, guys, catch ya. Night night to everyone. Thank you for supporting me and thank you for coming up with great ideas. Always appreciate it. Have a good one, fellas.